been a little bit since St. George. What have you been up to?
Watching TV. Got YouTube TV now. YouTube Premium and YouTube TV. Putting that YouTube revenue to use. And recovering. Took quite a few days, super easy, aerobic. And now this will be my first more formal session.
Well, last year after Oceanside, you were...
I went to the pool the next day and did intensity. And I already had an injured rib. I didn't do that this time.
You didn't even make it to St. George last year.
I didn't make it, no. So we're already had last season. Recovery is just important as training hard. That's not an excuse to be weak. It's just... Who is this guy? Do you recognize this guy?
All right, what's the workout?
10 to 12 by a K. Recovery, rest as needed. Starting off upper moderate on the first one or two. And then hard, and then, well, pretty hard. Pretty hard. I like to train pretty hard. Not really hard, pretty hard. What do you think, Coach? Is that a good session for today?
It depends.
What do you think?
It depends on how much fatigue you're training under, because you're always supposed to be loading it with fatigue.
I mean, fatigue is a piece of the puzzle for sure. If you don't provide stress, you won't, the body has no stimulus to change. So absolutely, you've got to make it decently hard every now and again. Otherwise, you'll get nothing.
Like you got to be at like a mental breakdown point?
Yes, definitely. It's important. No. We've talked about this over and over again, in my opinion. This is my opinion. You will get the most out of yourself when you're having fun, enjoying it. Absolutely. So if you're in mental breakdown, you're not getting the most out of yourself. That's a signal.
Starting to heat up in Tucson.
It is. It is indeed.
What number was that?
All the more important to listen to the body's signals. Number 5, we're at pretty hard right now. We'll go 8 pretty hard, and then I'll allow 2 where we're knocking on the door of hard, really hard. Which by then might be the same speed as this one. You know what I mean? You need to be able to make adjustments for everything, to account for everything.
But what if you had on paper that you needed to hit 3 minutes for each one?
You would be denying your body. You'd be denying yourself the signals.
But that's what it takes.
No, what it takes is listening to the body and training yourself every day, listening to the body. And through doing so, you can achieve things that even you thought would be impossible. And it's the only way. Breathing is good. Where I want it. It's perfect. Perfect workout. Excellent. Beautiful workout. It's good. I'm not even judging it on time. I'm judging the workout on how I'm executing internally. The technique, how I'm running, not getting sloppy, and I stand nice and tight, open, and that's it. And then how's my breathing? Like, where am I physiologically? My perception of physiology. That's how I'm judging it. The times just so happen to be good as well.
Well,
Excellent. Excellent.
how much you changed in your training now that an Ironman's upon you?
Well, we're still 8 weeks. This Sunday is 8 weeks. So, what am I changing in my training? Nothing. I actually don't think that I will change anything. Exactly what I'm doing. Peak 70.3 is peak Ironman. It's the doing the specific Ironman crap that makes you shit. Makes you walk the marathon, in my opinion.
And next race is what?
Eagleman. 2 weeks from Sunday. Oh, fuck yeah. That's beautiful. Where you leave the session and you're like, that was an excellent session. How could you ask any more of yourself? This is a literal question right now, I'm asking. How could you ask any more of yourself than to leave session after session after session for weeks and months on end? And you're like, that was an excellent session. Wow, that was excellent. Fuck, man, good job. That was excellent. How could you be disappointed when you go to the race? Because if you're disappointed and you've been doing that, then your orientation is incorrect. You've got some weird shit going on where you like need to win. You know what I'm saying? Like it's some sort of like self-worth weird shit and you need to like validate yourself in some way. Do you know what I'm saying?
I don't know the answer to that. I mean, I don't know what you could do different, but what is interesting...
I'm telling you. I'm not even really asking you.
Well, I want to say
I'm saying I'm a life... my whole life, I've been an athlete. Do you know what I'm saying? Like yeah. I have not... There's not been a point in my life, even when I was abusing drugs and alcohol, what's the thing that I came back to?
Sport.
I was like, okay, the one thing that I know you know how to do, that you can... like you can find yourself in is sport. Like that's sort of how you viewed the world your whole life.
Good.
Exercise should make you feel excellent. You should feel fired up. I feel great right now. I just did 23K. I feel great. It should invigorate you. You should feel invigorated after. If you're doing it right, that's exercise. Exercise, when done properly, is like the most powerful medicine you will ever take for your mental and physical well-being. Is it ideal for Kona? I mean, I would say it wouldn't be a bad thing for Kona, but this year is Nice, and I don't think you can do much outdoor. You have to go very early, and the sessions can't be super long. So for Nice, I don't think it's a good idea to train here. And so the question is, where should we go to train? And I mean, Boulder's a logical place that we could go. Or a really logical place that we could go is Europe. Potentially ride in the mountains, immerse ourselves in the culture a little bit more, because it's certainly a different culture. I'm always like, where's the 24-hour Walmart? Why is the 24-hour Walmart not next door? We are definitely doing some good hard thinking on headed to Europe for at least after, obviously I'm going to do Lake Placid, so it would be after Lake Placid, but from post Lake Placid through to post Nice. And so the question is, where should we go? There's obviously a lot of great places to go in Europe. The logical one in my mind for a first timer who's going to actually spend some time somewhere aside from the ex-bionic sphere is Girona. I mean, I feel like every triathlete has gone to Girona for the most part. Seems tried, true, tested. So that's kind of where I'm like, seems like a logical first go to spend some time in Europe. But I could be wrong. Maybe there's something better. Maybe there's something even more conducive. The one thing is the mountain, right? If you're going to go all the way to Europe, then at least ride in the mountains, you know?
And Worf invited you to Andorra.
And Andorra, so Andorra's pretty close to Girona as well. You could maybe even do both. A little bit of both. So that's kind of where I'm leaning right now. But let's hear from you guys what you think is the best spot to go. Family friendly, as we're bringing the little boy. Aaron's parents are going to come. Some technical riding. I don't know if I need to go 0 to 100 on the technical riding because I've done like virtually none. But some technical riding. I'm going to bring my rollers, so I'll be able to do my quality on the rollers still. Obviously a track in a pool situation that is accessible and has decent hours. And then also, of course, if we could have something culturally interesting, you know, to sort of see some stuff too a little bit and have some fun, eat some good food, that kind of thing. Where do you think we should go? I think it's supposed to hit 98 degrees today. I don't know what it is exactly right now, but the sun is like very powerful. It's probably a UV of 12 or 13 for like 8 straight hours. You can get fried pretty bad.
So you're not working out 3 times a day now?
No, I'm just working out. It's still actually in the end I'll probably end up working out more. But I'm just like how I'm working out is more specific, I would say, to the demands.
You're gonna be hitting enough training hours to do an Ironman?
In 2017, I know I always use 2017 as an example, but when it's one of your best performances, then you got to use it as an example. I rode my bike into that race in the entire year one time longer than 10 hours in a week. One time. Some would say maybe you could have done better if you'd rode your bike a little more. Maybe, yes, but within reason. Within reason. Check this out. I'm so excited about this.
What is it?
It's a little mini pace clock. I'm so excited about it too.
In a case and all.
There's a waterproof case. Look, it's like a real pace clock. Made by like the company make pace clocks.
It's just a paid ad on your YouTube channel?
No, cost me $80 I think. But
Amazon?
For swimming, no, from their website. When swimming in one of these pools with no pace clock, fantastic. It's like a real pace clock. Yeah. Oh yeah, bathwater. So here's a situation where you have to listen to in my opinion, you got to listen to your body here, because we weaker swimmers swim with so much insecurity. My aerobic pace is quite slow, man. It's quite slow. My equivalent in running in biking is so much better relatively than my swimming. You know what I mean? You have to that's just facts. You can't muscle that away. You know what I mean? You've got to get the top end out. You've got to get better. So I think oftentimes just gravitate to swimming all shitty middle swimming. Do you know what I mean? Mm-hmm. So today's not like, for me, when I get down to 510s for 400s, that's about right. Bye.
How's your clock?
Excellent. Fantastic. Beautiful. Didn't even get water damaged.
The 2025 Ironman athlete would say this is not near enough training to be a good athlete.
How do you even know how much I'm training? You've never seen my training peaks.
Yeah, that's true. But aren't you not doing like 25 hours a week?
I haven't hit 25 a single time this year, no.
Some athletes are doing like 20 hours a week of just riding.
Doesn't matter, I
along.
don't care. Don't care. Don't care what other athletes are doing. Couldn't care less. Got nothing to do with me. We'll settle it on the race course.